Hello everyone, Railgan here. Today I'm going to show you a ZvP where I try to play the dark style of Ling Bane into Broodlord, and I'm going to show you what I did right and what I did wrong and why I win or lose this game. I'm going to go for the standard opener that Dark uses, the hatch. No, actually I'm going gas, pool hatch. Had to sneak the drone a little bit, went for the hatchery. This is another opener that Dark uses. It just works out slightly differently where he goes get gas pool hatch. That means he threatens the opponent that the opponent might think that you're going for a roach push, and you might do the roach push and you might not. In this case, instead of going for the 19 drone roach push, I'm getting a fast third base, I'm getting link speed, super fast pneumatized carapace, meaning overlord speed, and you can see my overlords are in position for drops. I have one overlord here, and I can drop both his main and natural with them really quick if I choose to do so. My links weren't really that fruitful. At home I'm making a couple of links because I want to drop him. Scouting is always important, that's why we get the speed overlords. I see a lot of adepts, kind of scares me a little bit. A lot of adepts, it means you could go for an adept attack with even more gateways. It means we will soon have up to probably 6 adepts as soon as his warp gate finishes, and that is a dangerous moment. I made a lot of links to try and kill his third base that he chose not to build. At home I'm getting the Baning Nest and the Evolution Chamber. You can see a production tab at the bottom right. And the plan is to drop 4 Banelings in his natural, 4 Banelings in his main. But plans always change, and we're going to see what happens this game. He's going for 2 robotics after his Stargate. Excuse me. 2 robotics is pretty standard. It's a standard follow-up, nothing out of the ordinary. Robotics are really useful because they produce the Immortals, and the Immortals are the core unit that Protoss uses these days. At home I'm making a couple of extra queens, 2 queens, to deal with the Phoenix. I knew he didn't go for a second Stargate, so... Oh, actually I dropped my Overlord here, and I didn't do any damage at all. If you look at the workers killed, I killed 1 worker so far. Kind of missed that drop, I'm sorry, but it didn't do any damage anyways because he just pulled his workers like any good Protoss should. At home I'm building a lot of drones. I'm getting the +1 melee upgrade, I'm getting a lair, additional gases, also as Dark does, and Su as well. Getting the +1 melee, I'm getting a Baning Nest, Infestation Pit, and another Evolution Chamber to get the +1 armor upgrade as well. In the meantime, the Phoenix are doing a lot of damage, and what I'm trying to see is with my links, is he going to all-in me? I checked his front frequently, and I was pretty certain that he was not going to kill me. I have some safety banelings in case he goes for a huge adept attack, and right now I'm trying to get up my next base, my 4th base, but that is of course always a little bit hard because of the Phoenix, so I need to invest into spores that I don't want to invest into. If you look at the Protoss army, he is going for the standard Immortal, Charge Lot, Phoenix, Templar, meaning Archon composition. This is the standard composition that you will see by pretty much every Protoss player, and not surprising at all. My goal is to weaken his composition, attack him with Banelings, while getting my Spire, excuse me for the lag, while getting my Spire and Hive up at home so I can morph in Broodlords eventually. So I'm sending in a couple of Banelings, as you would against Terran, just a couple of Banelings to do as much damage as I can to his Zealots and Archons. I don't want to kill him, I just have to make his force weaker. I'm also preparing for for his attack by spreading creep along the attack paths. One obvious attack path is over here, over here, over here, and over here. Usually Protoss attacks are along this path. It's just what I face most often. Getting my 5th base right now, and at home I'm starting the Greater Spire. So my goal right now is to somehow survive. This is the dangerous moment. We see about, how many immortals is this? 8? Yeah, it's 8 immortals, 3 Archons, a 4th just morphed in. And this is the dangerous moment where a lot of Lurker and Hydra players are starting to crumble. Of course, I lost those Banelings, but it happens. You can see that I'm not really ahead in supply, actually I am behind in supply, and I made my first Corruptors to morph them into Broodlords. So you already see I prepared a small amount of Lings and Banelings to run in and do a lot of damage. Here they go. Killing a couple of units, weakening his Immortals and Archons. He's a little bit scared right now, he's morphing in a lot of additional Archons. At home, my Broodlords are starting to morph in as well. He's going for an attack and I managed to clear more Zealots. I have a lot more Banelings left. So this is a scary moment for both players. I'm sending in more Lings and Banelings. Killing whatever I can. And here I go for the attack. His units are weakened, controlling the Banelings manually, trying to blow up everything I can with them. And the Broodlords are following it up as well. So by continuously sending in Banelings, I managed to weaken his force and delay his push for long enough that for my Broodlords to come out and do damage to him. Right now we're still even in supply. And I cannot really clean up his force because I'm also scared of him just warping in a lot of Stalkers and killing the Broodlords. What he's doing, this is a smart decision. He's going for 2 Stargate Void Ray. So Void Rays are good against Corruptors and Broodlords. And I mean of the units that I have in my army composition. I do not have any Hydralisks at the moment. Hydralisks don't do well anyways because of the Charge Slot Storm Archon. And he's pulling me apart right now. So until this point I was doing really good. And what I expected him to do is stay at home, turtle up, and try to harass me with a Warp Prism. What he does is instead move across the map with his Mothership Core so he can just recall. And now I'm on the complete opposite end of the map. And at this base he's attacking me with Warping, so he takes out my other 5th as well. Took out my 6th, now he's taking out my 5th. I have Banelings over here, trying to kill his probes. He has a lot of charge zealots, so he's taking out that base. The other part of his army is waiting over there, and he's warping in a lot of Void Rays at home that I somehow have to deal with, but the only anti-air I have at the moment are Corruptors. If you look at the units tab, I have 2 Queens, 4 Corruptors against 4 Void Rays. Well, that's not going to work out, obviously. And I'm now in trouble because the Warp Prism is annoying me way too much. I'm failing to respond to it properly. I'm just chasing the Warp Prism left, right, and and because it's faster than my Corruptors, it can always get away. So he's now still building up his Void Ray count that he's hiding from me. I did not see it so far. And I thought if I just get out enough Broodlords I can win this game easily. Of course it's an incorrect assumption by me, but at the moment I'm still slightly ahead in supply. If you check the army value, I'm also ahead in army value, but most of my army is Broodlords, and Broodlords do not do well against Void Rays at all. So I'm now being chased around. I go to the top because I want to attack him, and at the same time he attacks at the bottom. The reason why I'm getting outplayed so much is that I just have really bad scouting in this game. If we check, yeah, of course, here's the fight with the Void Rays. The Void Rays just melt everything. If you check my vision, I see basically nothing. I know he took this space, but I have no vision on his side of the map. I should have taken these watchtowers. That's what I'm going to do right now. Now, in response to his Void Rays, I'm warping in Vipers. Morphing Vipers. Because Vipers have the ability of the parasitic bomb that deals a lot of damage to clumped up air units. Now, this time I managed to defend pretty well. Of course I lost this space, but sometimes stuff like that just happens. Over here is the big fight. I'm gonna slow it down. I drop down the parasitic bomb, but all my queens are getting destroyed by his Arcan Void Rays, and now all I have left are Broodlords, and his Void Rays managed to survive the parasitic bomb, so my units are just melting away. And at this point I lost the game. The reason why I lost this game is because I got pulled apart, I got outplayed by his attacks at different spots on the map. He attacked this space, he attacked this space, he attacked this space. He just kept attacking me everywhere, and I couldn't deal with the attacks because I got out multitasked. To quickly recap the game, what I did is I went gas, pool, hatch into a third hatchery. I made some Zerglings, did some damage. I got a fast overlord speed, dropped banelings here, did no damage at all. Went for a delayed lair, got some queens to deal with the phoenix. Then I went up to 4 bases, took all the gas, went baneling and ling, and some queens, got my ling upgrades, eventually tried to attack him, deal damage to him until I get my hive tech out, and then he made a final push, or a push that was supposed to end the game down here, that I managed to deal with by continuous baneling attacks to blow up his zealots and immortals and clumped up units altogether. I managed to get Broodlords out, so he had to retreat. He then started Warp Prism harassing me and attacking this space with his main army, and eventually I lost because I could not deal with his Void Ray count, because I didn't have enough time to get the Viper count up, and my anti-air was too weak. So I hope you enjoyed this game. It was a little bit different. It was a game that I lost, but I still thought it was kind of interesting to see what the style can lose against, what you have to be on the lookout for. And if you enjoyed this analysis, feel free to subscribe, and I see you guys next time. Bye.